Hey friends, thanks so much for tuning in. Be sure to stay with us as we expose those in power and how corrupt they are to the core in this video, including James Comey, Hillary Clinton, and the Red Cross, believe it or not. This video is brought to you by my patrons. Thank you so much for your support. And from our friends at GreenMed. Now friends, I don't use marijuana, but blockchain-based credit card payments for legal marijuana is what GreenMed will provide, and it will take the burden off of dispensaries that have been forced by the federal government and the criminal banking system to deal only in cash, which is very dangerous for the dispensaries. If you want a piece of this multi-billion-dollar industry, GreenMed is a great way to do it, and the token offering for GRMD begins on Monday, September 4th. For more information, visit GreenMed.IO. Now friends, in the past when we've exposed the Clinton Foundation for its shady dealings and outright theft of donations made to the Clinton Foundation after the Haitian earthquake back in 2010, we didn't realize until just recently that the Red Cross has done no better than the Clinton Foundation for the people of Haiti. We bring it up because of the generosity of the American people and the millions of dollars being donated through Walmart and other fundraising mechanisms for the Red Cross to help the people who have been devastated by Hurricane Harvey. We need to remind folks that the Red Cross raised nearly $500 million after the Haitian earthquake, and the Red Cross, by its own admission, used $125 million of that money for internal expenses, they claim. Meanwhile, the remaining $375 million was used to build exactly 6 homes for people in Haiti, and I use the term homes loosely. In late 2011, the Red Cross launched a multi-million-dollar project to transform a desperately poor area in Haiti, which was hit hard by the earthquake. The main focus of the project, called LAMICA, an acronym in Creole for A Better Life in My Neighborhood, was building hundreds of permanent homes, they claimed. Yet today, not one home has been built, and again, it reminds us of the blatant fraud and criminality of the Clinton Foundation. These people in power seem only capable of victimizing those they claim to be helping. Which brings us back to Hurricane Harvey. The Red Cross is now admitting that they don't know how much money or what part of donations are going to Hurricane Harvey relief. Based on their track record in Haiti, we'd guess not much money will be going to Hurricane Harvey victims. Which brings us to more corruption in high places. It's been revealed that James Comey moved to exonerate Hillary Clinton before the FBI interviewed her or other key witnesses. Guys, it's unbelievable what the deep state is willing to do for the Clintons, for Hillary Clinton specifically. According to Breitbart, former FBI Director James Comey began drafting a letter exonerating Hillary Clinton from any wrongdoing related to the email scandal long before the FBI investigation was over, according to a letter released by a top GOP senator. According to an interview with one of his staff, Comey had emailed a small group of FBI leadership about drafting the letter. According to the interview, Comey, knowing the direction where the investigation is headed, asked what would be the most forward-leaning thing we could do in terms of information we could put out about it. It appears that in April or early May of 2016, Comey had already decided he would issue a statement exonerating Secretary Clinton. Of course, none of this should come as any big surprise to SGT Report readers and listeners. According to StoneColdTruth.com, Comey is connected to the Clintons in multiple ways. Former FBI Director James Comey had numerous ties to the corrupt Clinton political machine and still does. One connection is his brother Peter. Peter Comey is an executive at DLA Piper, the law firm responsible for filing the Clinton Foundation's taxes. James Comey holds the mortgage for his brother's mansion, tying a direct financial connection between Comey and the Clinton Foundation while he was investigating Hillary. James Comey was appointed by Obama because he was a political insider with many dark connections to the Democrats. Obama trusted Comey not to target the establishment of which he was part. The former president's hunch was ultimately proven correct, as James Comey allowed numerous Democrat crimes to go unpunished during his 3-year term leading the FBI. James Comey has been connected to the Clinton criminal network for decades. In 1996, James Comey acted as the deputy special counsel for the Senate committee investigating the Whitewater scandal. The Senate was investigating shady real estate loans authorized while Bill Clinton was governor of Arkansas. Many people connected to the Whitewater Company were arrested and charged with over 40 crimes, yet the Clintons remained unscathed. James Comey acknowledged that Hillary Clinton obstructed the investigation and destroyed evidence, yet he decided not to prosecute her due to lack of intent. Sound familiar? The deep state remains in control, and the Clintons remain a very powerful criminal cartel. And to illustrate for you just how powerful, we'll remind you that on August 9th, it was the Daily Mail who reported a male prostitute aged 26 died of a meth overdose at the Hollywood home of a high-profile Democratic donor. Jamel Moore, 26, was found dead in West Hollywood, California on July 27th. Jamel died at the home of Ed Buck, a high-profile Democratic donor and personal friend of Hillary Clinton. The LA coroner's office said he died of an accidental overdose of methamphetamine, but Jamel Moore's family believes that Moore's demise was far more sinister than revealed, and Moore's mother believes that Clinton friend and donor liked watching black men do drugs. Now, of course, because of the power of the Clintons and the power of the cartel, Ed Buck is not a suspect in Moore's death or in any other police investigation, despite Moore dying in Ed Buck's home from an overdose of methamphetamine. Now, during a phone interview with WeHo Times, Jamel Moore's mother, Letitia Nixon, said that her son had been involved with sex work for the past few years. And of course, here we see high-profile Democratic donor Ed Buck posing in a picture with his personal friend, Hillary Clinton. And here again with California criminal governor Jerry Brown, pictured in 2010. Now, for anybody who thinks Pedogate and Pizzagate isn't as real as a heart attack, just consider the gravity of this story. A black male prostitute found dead from a methamphetamine overdose in Ed Buck's home, and there's no investigation into it at all. Now, during Nixon's conversation with her son's friend, a darker picture of Moore's life began to emerge, with Ed Buck allegedly playing a role. When he calmed down, she says, he told me that Ed Buck was one of my son's clients and that Ed Buck was one of his clients as well. Buck would have my son to go out to Santa Monica Boulevard looking for young gay black men so he could inject them with drugs and see their reaction and take pictures of them. Now, of course, investigators with the West Hollywood station of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department notified Nixon that no drugs or paraphernalia was found at Buck's home following her son's death. But of course, plenty of time to get rid of all of the evidence. But an unidentified source who claims that he and Jamel Moore shared Buck as a client told the WeHo Times that Ed Buck had also supplied him with drugs. In one account, the anonymous source said that Buck asked him if he'd ever slammed, a street term for intravenous meth use. I told him no, and that would take money, the source said, describing Buck's reaction as excited, adding he seemed to get off on getting you higher and higher. Nixon told the WeHo Times that her son's troubles may have had their start over a year ago when he gave her a call in a panic. He filed a police report because he said that Buck had held him in his apartment or whatever and had shot him up with a needle with something he didn't know what it was. He called me crying 3 minutes on the phone, hollering, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? He said, this man has shot me up with something and I don't even know what it is. And I'm like, my son is having a breakdown or an episode. But he sent me pictures of his arm and his arm was red. Now, I share this story because it really does speak to what I think is the mental illness and psychopathy of so many of these people that run in these circles. These would be the same exact people that look the other way as billions of dollars are stolen from the Haitian people. And alleged behavior, as evil as what's being portrayed in this story, perpetrated by Ed Buck, simply gives more credence to what we've heard about Pedogate and Pizzagate and the masochistic, sinister evil practiced by so many of these people in high places of power. And as always, there's no justice, no investigation. The crimes are always covered up, just as they were for Jimmy Savile, just as they were for Sir Edward Heath, just as they were for the Clintons and the Clinton Foundation and the billions of dollars missing from Haiti, and probably the tens of millions of dollars in missing donations for the victims of Hurricane Harvey. It's just par for the course when corruption is in control and evil runs the show. Guys, thanks so much for listening. Do check us out for real news 24/7 at sgtreport.com. Thanks for listening. God bless.
I've often said that the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds are really just the captains and the colonels. The real generals are the ETs, these malevolent ETs, which have fourth dimensional power and which can shadow the people that do work with them to do their bidding.